Hello guys, Carlos here with the Works of Houston, and today we're making this video to kind of explain to you guys what overlay is. We're going to be starting from start to finish, showing all the steps on what goes to get this beautiful product that we have here. We're going to be explaining the benefits of overlay, and believe it or not, this overlay was installed on top of a stamped concrete. So overlay can be installed on pretty much any surface as long as it's structurally sound. So we're really excited to show you guys how overlay is installed, and I mean all the benefits it has. We're super excited. Stay tuned. A lot of times I get asked, what is overlay? And so that's what we're here to answer. As you can see here, we just finished this overlay, and you can see all the different colors, and the design here is the flagstone. So to start with, overlay is a polymer modified limestone concrete that we use. It's not like your typical concrete or cement that you buy from big box stores. It's not like mortar mix or the other stuff that you sell. This is something different. We buy it from a manufacturer here in Texas, and it's designed specifically for this application. So that's why we always install it at thin margins between 1/8 to 1/4 inch thickness. That is what it's for. This is not a multi-purpose cement that you can use for different applications. This is just for this, what we do, right? So because of that, it's really strong and it's really good at what it does. The other thing that it does is it gives us a lot of customizability options. Here we have the flagstone, but as you'll see, you can pretty much do any design that you guys want. You can do the ashlar stay, you can do tiles, you can even do brick. As long as you show us a picture of what you want, we can pretty much make it happen. Same thing goes for the color. The color is combined by ourselves on site, so we're able to make samples and show you guys the different colors here. Like we did with this client, we did a sample for them prior to the installation so that they know exactly what they're getting. That's something that you can't really get with stamped concrete or really any other application. There is no guessing with this type of material, and that's why we like it so much. So let's go ahead and start this process and show the first step. All right, guys, the first step is the prep work. Now, in this case, we're gonna be installing overlay onto this stamped concrete. So what we had to do here is grind the surface. What this is gonna do is make it a little bit more flat, which is gonna make it easier for us to put the overlay onto it. The other thing it does is it opens up these pores a little bit more, which is what you want. When we install overlay, you want the pores to be open so that it bonds correctly. Now, in other cases, like foundations where it's smooth, like your garage, those need to be acid etched. What that's gonna do is open up the pores and it's gonna make it bond better, right? Now, in other cases, like your driveways and your regular patios that just have that regular broom finish, we don't have to do it there. Why? Because it's already a rough surface, right? It has a broom onto it. So that's gonna make the overlay bond onto it automatically in the best way possible. Here, we had to do it. Why? Because it's the right way to do it, and that's how we do things. All right, guys. In some cases, like we have here, we're gonna have to take an extra step. Now, when it comes to stamped concrete and pea gravel finishes, we do have to add a filler into it to kind of fill in those gaps a little bit so that we don't use so much overlay. You don't want the overlay to be too thick because then it's not gonna be optimal for it to bond correctly. So here you can see that the filler is this really bright white color. You can see how we started to fill these gaps already. Such as with the stamp design, you can still kind of differentiate the stamp, but not as much anymore. This is really gonna help that overlay come on here nice and flat and not be too thick. Like I said, the overlay has a workability of 1/8 to 1/4 inch, so it's relatively thin and we wanna keep it within those margins. All right, guys, let's go to the next step. All right, guys, as you can see, we just finished applying the overlay throughout, and it's this really nice bright white color, which a lot of homeowners prefer. And we can actually leave it like this if you want it. You just have to let us know and we'll make it happen. The next step you see here is the actual texture being applied, and that's done with the sponge, as you see here, Hector doing that. Okay, guys, the next step here is the carving. As you see here, our guy, Flume, is actually doing this, and he is applying the flagstone design, which is one of the more popular ones here in Texas. It does take some skill to this. It's more of an artisan skill, in my opinion, because I certainly couldn't do this. You know, you have to be careful to make the sizes all consistent throughout. If not, it's going to look weird. The other designs that are really common are also the ashlar and the tile, and we can even do brick or any design you want. Finally, guys, here we are applying the color. We're almost done with this project. And as you can see here, Flume is applying the color throughout with the sponge. And we actually make these colors on site and make the sample for the homeowner so they know exactly what they're getting, so there's no guessing involved. All right, here we are kind of simulating a little bit of rain. Let me turn it off now. You can clearly see now how the water drains right down here into the existing channel drain. Now before, as you'll see in the other video, this used to hold a lot of water. What happened was when they poured the concrete originally, the stamped concrete, this area was lower and the drain itself was a little bit higher. So all the water would just collect right here, like a lot. It was pretty bad. So now you can kind of see it's still going. I mean, all this water now is draining. And that was done with the filler material. We added on to the stamped concrete. And then with that overlay as well, we kind of built it up where it was low. So now we are able to drain this water. So the customer is really happy about it. I mean, there's no more little puddle here anymore. It was pretty bad. So we're glad to see this thing get fixed the right way. So look at that, it's still going. Here it is, guys, the finished product. As you can see, we did also apply a color to the grout lines between the flagstones, along with a similar color to the mastic joints. Both of these colors are picked by the homeowner as well. The other thing to note here is the acrylic sealer. That is what gives the overlay a beautiful shine throughout and what really brings it to life, which as you can see here looks beautiful. We love the way it turned out, but more importantly, so did the homeowner. He actually asked to take a picture with the crew, which really made us proud of what we did here. All right, guys, that's it. We're done with the video. I hope that we answered every single question. We've shown you guys from start to finish how overlay is installed. I think it turned out great, much better than that old stamped concrete that was here before. And don't forget to ask us any other questions you may have. We're not gonna bite, okay? So you can reach us at the information below, or you can call us directly. We hope that we hear from you guys soon and we can turn your backyard into this.